A few weeks ago, I told a story in a sermon about playing poker with God. I was trying to illustrate the Jewish understanding of the tithe and how oftentimes we think of the tithe as the church saying, this is the 10% you owe to us. But that's not the Jewish understanding at all. The Hebrew understanding is that everything belongs to God and God gives us 90%. But being human beings, we always kind of reach for more than belongs to us. And so I said, think of it like this. What if you're playing poker with God, just the two of you, and everything's on the table? All the chips are on the table. And of course, God wins because God's a better poker player than you are. And so God has all the chips. But before you get up and leave, God says to you, wait a minute, I don't need all this. And God takes 90% of the chips and shoves them towards you. And God says, look, take these and spend them any way you want to. You can buy a new automobile. You can travel if you desire, buy some new clothes, go to the mall. You can have all of these chips and spend any way you want to. What we as humans oftentimes do is we say, well, wow, thanks, but I want it all. And so we reach for the other 10% that really doesn't belong to us. And so I love the idea of thinking about the tithe as not the demand which the church makes, because it's not. The tithe is our way of recognizing how generously God has blessed us and saying we don't need it all for ourselves. We want some of it to be used for the building of God's kingdom. As we say in the Lord's Prayer, for making God's kingdom in heaven become God's kingdom on earth.